destruction of public and private property in MAHNGEH, East region of Cameroon. An irresponsible act coming from an irresponsible candidate. MINAT boss says he will answer before the law court. Get this and other stories right ahead when we come back. Stay with us. Midweek greetings from here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 6 p.m. edition of the news this Wednesday. It is the 11th day of the month of November 2025. We begin the news like we heard in our lone headline. In his nationwide tour, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, visited MAHNGEH in the East region to evaluate the destruction of public infrastructure as well as private property during the post-election crisis in the country. Minister Paul Atanganji used the occasion to vehemently condemn such acts from an irresponsible candidate, stressing that the candidate in question will have to answer before the competent authorities. Let us now listen to MINAT boss in the following excerpt as selected for us by our East Regional correspondent, Hugues Pascal Chufo.
Everything has been destroyed. Everything has been destroyed. All official documents have been destroyed and burnt. So we can never accept this kind of wanton destruction. Irresponsible behavior coming from a candidate who pretends to have won the election. He cannot win. And he will pay for the crimes no matter where he is hiding. It should be clear that he will pay for the crimes. We are from the Northwest and we have tasted the bitterness of violence. We have tasted the bitterness of disorder. So we want to tell Cameroonians on no account we should accept disorder. It is an election, a presidential election. The Constitutional Council that validated all the candidacies has put an end to the process that President Paul Biya won the elections. And President Paul Biya has taken the oath of office. And during the oath of office, he invited all Cameroonians to join him to build a big nation. We cannot identify any community as being responsible for this destruction. No. These are irresponsible acts done by unlawful Cameroonians, by rascals, by mischievous Cameroonians who were acting after the irresponsible pronouncements of a candidate. And this candidate will pay for, no matter, he can hide, but he will pay because he's the first person that we have identified. It was after he made his pronouncement that people should go down and burn, that people started burning. And the worst part of it is that he gave all forms of drugs to people that they should take. And as the governor was telling, they came here and destroyed. They came back the next day and saw that some documents were not yet destroyed. So they had to put fuel and destroy the documents.
Away from that nationwide tour in which the Minister of Territorial Administration has been going around the country to evaluate the security situation of the country after the presidential election, we take you to the West region to talk about elections still. This time, the upcoming regional elections. Stakeholders for this election in the West region came up in the West region have been equipped with the necessary knowledge that will permit them conduct a free and transparent election. That was during a workshop organized in Bafoussam, during which it was revealed that all preparations are nearly completed, as we have in this report. Stakeholders involved in the upcoming regional election in the West region met in a capacity-building workshop for election agents as well as the administration and justice officials, together with representatives of candidates from the election to share experiences and knowledge on the legal instruments that surrounds the exercise.
There is regional election that comes up on the 30th of November 2025, and the Director General thought it wise that for it to be properly done, for the elections to properly take place, it is good for the representative or the personnel who are going to work in the field to have some capacity building. So we have come to carry on this training workshop in order to build up the capacity of the people who are going to conduct the election, the local polling commissions and the regional supervisory commission.
Under the guidance of ELECAM, the workshop has a particular area of interest to drill participants on.
We are going to train the local commission members on what are their roles. For instance, what is the role of the chairperson of the local polling commission? What is the role of the members of the local polling commission? How are they going to carry on the process in the polling station? How are they going to fill the report sheets? How are they going to transmit the report sheets to the regional supervisory commission? Secondly, how is the regional supervisory commission going to carry on its duties? How are they going to fill the mark sheet, the report sheets, and how are they going to proclaim the results? So those are some of the things which we are going to train the personnel now, the people now who are here present for the training workshop.
According to the regional delegate of ELECAM for the West region, preparations for this exercise are almost complete.
We already have the electoral registers consisting of nearly 2,450 electors. Amongst them, 1,120 municipal councillors who are going to vote for the delegates of division. We have to make this precision. And 1,300 nearly traditional rulers, first class, second class, third class, who are going to elect the representative of traditional rulers within the regional councillors of the West region. So we have all the divisional branch heads of ELECAM for the West region. After this training, they will go back with the voters card and they have to distribute them among the beneficiary.
As things stand, the West region is aiming at a huge, free and transparent election by November 30th. Reason why such seminars are organized.
We are here gathered to get the necessary tools that will allow us to conduct hitch-free elections on the 30th of November. So, be it the management of polling station, the availability of voting material, voting documents, so everything will be taught to them in such a way that by 6 p.m. on the 30th of November 2025, all of the actors, all of the stakeholders of the electoral process be satisfied with the conduct of the polls.
It should be noted that the West region will be electing 90 councillors, 70 as delegates from the various divisions of the West region, and 20 as representatives from the traditional rulers. And in the same line, still talking about issues related to the 30th November regional elections, the CPDM party representatives are actively on the field to ward their councillors to cast their votes in favor of the CPDM list. In the VINA division of the Adamawa region, the stakes are high as the party is facing a stiff battle with two political parties to elect regional councillors. In order to grab the 25 seats at stake, the party is counting on the profiles of candidates on their list, men and women who are ready to bring their know-how at the service of local development. Launching the campaign, the party hierarchy came up with a strategy to gain the support of municipal councillors from all the 8 subdivisions that make up the VINA division. They equally used the opportunity to raise funds for the campaign. In the following excerpt, the permanent divisional delegate of the Central Committee of the CPDM party in the VINA division highlight the stakes of the election, while a candidate comes after to affirm that they are capable to overcome the challenge. Let us get them in this excerpt.
We have just invited all the councillors to vote useful, that is, vote CPDM list. Before continuing to develop my idea, let me recall to you what happened 1 month past. We have lost the presidential election in VINA division. It is the first time since the comeback in 1990, the democracy in our country. And you have drawn out the reason of this collapse. And we invite individually and collectively now our councillor to vote massively for no candidate.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
The challenge is possible for us because you know that we have politicians which have a big experience between us. We have doctors, we have engineers, and I think that with those profiles, we are the best here in Gaoundéré, and we are ready to win the election with the CPDM, which is leading today here in Cameroon. And it will be
from those party issues, we take you to the realms of education. In the East region, students in the science department of the University of Betua have been encouraged to appreciate and study astronomy. In that light, Professor Valerie Nana Ngasam from Sacramento City College in the United States recently held a conference with these students, launching new initiatives in astronomy, and his visit was marked by the significant donation of physics equipment to enhance the laboratory resources of the science department of the University of Betua. Rugiatu Buba has details of that story.
In the groundbreaking event aimed at enhancing awareness of astronomy among students, the University of Betua hosted a conference led by Professor Valerie Nanangasam, an esteemed astrophysicist from Sacramento City College in the United States. During his visit, Professor Nanangasam emphasized the importance of astronomy, a discipline that explores the vast mysteries of celestial bodies and their impact on life on Earth.
It's really the dreaming about our ability to be successful no matter where we come from, no matter what our initial circumstances are. It's also important I try to solve the dream of Pan-Africanism, the fact that we have to know who we are. We cannot think about going to the sky, going to these distances without knowing who we are, because one of the things that we do when we study science in Africa is that we generally forget about, we study science as if it was something that was coming from abroad.
The conference attracted a diverse audience, including faculty members and the rector of the University of Betua, Dieudonné Emmanuel. In his welcoming address, the rector discussed the challenges facing the physics department, underscoring the need for bolstered resources to enhance educational quality. Adding to the event's significance, Professor Nanangasam presented a donation of crucial physics equipment to the university's laboratory. This generous contribution is a tangible result of the collaboration between the University of Betua and Sacramento City College in the United States, dedicated to advancing education in the physical and mathematical sciences.
To have this opportunity, because for the physics students generally it's not easy to couple with theoretical work. But when we couple this theoretical work with practical experiment, for them it becomes more and more easy, and that can help them to go further with what they want to do in physics. That is in general the aim of we are here to build that. We are there to try to find a way so that the student can be able to help us grow.
The donation received an enthusiastic response from the audience, who recognized its potential to transform the academic environment at the University of Betua. As Professor Nanangasam's visit concluded, it left an indelible mark on the students and faculty alike, igniting a renewed passion for astronomy and underscoring the importance of international academic partnerships.
And from there we talk agriculture. The transition to organic agriculture and the agroecology increasingly is strongly desired in Cameroon. This is justified by a meeting between members of the Knowledge Hub for Organic Agriculture and Agroecology with the media. That was yesterday in Yaoundé. A plea for the promotion of organic agriculture and agroecology in Cameroon was presented to media men and women, as we hear in this report with Yasmin Yakubu.
With the objectives of improving access to knowledge on organic agriculture and agroecology to strengthen the technical and professional capacity of multipliers and to foster networking and to strengthen relationship in the sector and also to strengthen actors in the advocacy activities, Knowledge Center for Organic Agriculture and Agroecology in Africa and the Knowledge Hub for Organic Agriculture and Agroecology in Central Africa has organized a press conference in Yaoundé to sensitize consumers and producers how to adopt organic agriculture in Cameroon.
We're here to bring our contribution for knowledge sharing and then for forward. Improve it. We can use within our environment sustainable products that we can have. In fact, we can have organic manure to improve soil fertility. We can also have what we call titonia or fleur jalousie in some area. We can use it to improve soil fertility.
Strategies are also put in place to improve organic farming and agroecological approach in Cameroon.
Of the national strategy of promotion of organic agriculture and agroecology, and we think that if we have such of strategy, it can reinforce the law. Today we have the information that our National Assembly have adopted the law concerning organic agriculture, but we think that this law need to be reinforced by a national strategy which can be more incitative and help producers, help consumers to adopt organic agriculture in all these areas.
Organic farming and agroecology are crucial in Cameroon for improving food security, boosting farmers' income, and protecting the environment by enhancing soil health, reducing chemical use, and increase resilience to climate change.
And out of Cameroon, the G20 Social Summit 2025 is ongoing since yesterday in Johannesburg, South Africa, and the summit is focused on key global challenges. The first ever G20 to hold on African soil. The discussions addressed the persistent poverty in Africa despite the continent being mineral rich and endowed with tremendous human capital. Let's get more of that story with Rugiatu Buba.
The G20 Social Summit commenced in Johannesburg, South Africa, November 18, 2025, featuring a vibrant cultural program that celebrates the country's rich heritage. Over 3 days, thousands of delegates from diverse backgrounds gathered at the Bridgewater Hotel and OR Tambo Conference Center, creating an inclusive platform to amplify the voices of civil society and grassroots organizations. This landmark summit, the first G20 to be held on African soil, signifies a pivotal moment in global governance, challenging existing past structures and advocating for greater African representation. The discussions focus on critical issues such as persistent poverty and underdevelopment in Africa, despite its mineral wealth and human potential. Cameroon is not exempted from these challenges being discussed at the G20 on African soil. South Africa has used the G20 as a means to add a voice for the often neglected Global South, inviting 42 state and international organizations, a sharp increase from previous events. The goal is to address pressing challenges such as digital inclusion, gender-based violence, climate justice, and energy democracy, with a view towards integrating social justice into the global economic agenda. Amidst these discussions, the summit recognizes the urgent need for sustainable investment-driven growth over reliance on aid. The continent faces a serious debt sustainability crisis, with the median public debt to GDP ratio in sub-Saharan Africa reaching approximately 55 to 60% in 2024. In response, initiatives like the Africa Energy Efficiency Facility and the G20 Clean Cooking Legacy Program focus on addressing energy poverty, a barrier to sustainable development. The outcome of the social summit will directly influence the Leaders Summit declaration set to take place on November 23rd. As South Africa concludes its G20 presidency, a commitment to ongoing service delivery improvement emerges as a priority. Recent improvements, including a drop in the unemployment rate and a sovereign credit rating upgrade, reflect the nation's determination to foster unity and forge a connected, just future. This summit is a crucial step in placing Africa's development challenges at the forefront of global discourse, marking an essential chapter in international cooperation.
And with that, we draw the curtains for this midweek edition of the news here on DBS television. But before we go, a quick look at the weather conditions here in Douala. Temperatures in Douala as of now is at 28 degrees centigrade. A few minutes from now, it will be 7 p.m. and temperatures will drop to 27 degrees. By 8 p.m., temperatures will drop to 26 degrees, and that will run till 11 p.m. when temperatures will be 25 degrees till morning. Then humidity as of now in Douala is at 82%, visibility 8 kilometers, cloud cover in Douala 87%, and wind speeds in Douala as of now is 4 kilometers per hour. Don't go away, another edition of the news will be yours when it would be 7:45 p.m. in the French language with Ludovic André Malagal. I'll be back again tomorrow when it will be 6 p.m. for what would have made news then. Until then, take the appointment, and goodbye, good night from all of us here.